Hello, my beautiful ones. This is Dr. V. Welcome to a new timeless love reading. This is for all twin flames and soulmates and immortal beloveds who are on a journey to love and union and reunion for many of you who have been struggling with some form of separation. Maybe you've had, little to no contact with your beloved, but fear not, that is exactly why we are here. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. My name is Dr. V. I am so excited to have you join this incredible family. And for those of you who are already in the Live Tarot family, you know how much I love and appreciate you. Thank you for being so supportive of me. You've been so loving about my family. Thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers for my son Dylan. He's doing really great. He's doing great now. And I do believe that it is because of all of your love and your, vibrations of healing and prayers. So thank you so much for that. And all of you, I'm so honored to have you all here. And what I do here, in case you are new, is love readings. And later on, we'll be doing some career, business, and abundance readings as well. I'm planning to add those in because I know many of you have requested that. So I do love readings to help you, guide you, empower you on this journey to love so that you can make some great decisions for yourself as you move forward. So before we get into today's reading, I just have a quick announcement about the Oracle decks, all of these Oracle decks that I have created for all of you. Thanks to all of you, they are currently all sold out and will not be available again until around August 20th or so. All of them except for the Divine Feminine Entrepreneur, which we still have a few left of those because those are the business and career and money success Oracle. But the others will be available around August 20th. So if you would like to purchase them before then please do so from our international store. The link is in the box below. Or if you would like to wait till the end of August, then I will definitely let you all know when they have been restocked. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into your reading. So Spirit, can you please tell us what is the connective energy right now between you and your beloved, your twin flame or soulmate, that special person that you are watching this reading for? What is going on in the energy of your connection? What is the connective energy between you and your beloved at this time? Wow. This is interesting. Whoa. There is something brewing here. Okay, there is a definite mystery brewing here. Okay, so what I'm feeling so far is that there has been some sort of deception that has gone on in this connection. The first card we got here is this Seven of Swords. Okay, so this is the card of literally running off into the night, right? It's almost like, I like to call it the thief card in tarot, because it really is about feeling like you are stealing away into the night, as if you are running from something, as if you are being deceptive in some sort of a way. And the fact that it has come through with this Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords in tarot, tells me that there has been definite holding back going on from both of you in this connection. And this is definitely not one-sided, guys. This is definitely both of you. So I'm feeling that there's been stuff that's been going on in this connection that neither of you have been wanting to maybe come out and address. I feel like there either is some sort of an uncomfortable silence between the two of you, or when you do speak, there may be some sort of drama or some sort of a misunderstanding or just friction that has been going on. And I feel like there has been a lot of friction going on for some time here. Maybe I feel like there's this energy of this like pushing and pulling going on, where, you know, you push and they pull, or they push and you pull, but then all you do is kind of butt heads. And so that is why I feel that both of you have kind of sunk into this Queen of Swords energy. And I'm feeling that not in the positive aspects of the Queen of Swords, more in her shadowy side. Because if we look at this, I mean, we have 3 straight swords cards here, right? The Queen, the 7, and the Page. And so this tells me that whatever friction has been going on here between the two of you, what it's done is that it may have kind of cut off your heart space energy. You know, sometimes that happens and it's natural. You know, we don't have to beat up ourselves too much over it, right? These are all, you know, normal kind of cycles and phases that we go through in life as human beings. Oftentimes, things get rather emotional, right? We feel that we are being emotionally exhausted. We are emotionally stressed out. You know, and they say it's so interesting, because I read something the other day about how there's always this kind of fantasy. And, you know, it's interesting because I was talking about this to my younger son, Dylan, the one, you know, who had been having, you know, some issues and is now, you know, recovering and doing better. He is 13 years old. And it's interesting, we were just talking, it kind of came up out of nowhere, and I was telling him, and I thought that this would be a kind of like a good time to like plant the seed in his mind. And I was saying, you know what, sweetie, oftentimes these days human beings have lost that sense of what's that word, resolve, or you know, being able to tolerate when people have different opinions from you, or people are different from you in some way. They don't understand that when they fall in love, or when they, you know, feel a very deep connection to somebody, that's a wonderful thing, but it doesn't override the fact that that person has grown up in a different way than you have, right? Different parents, different family, different situation, different background, sometimes different geography, sometimes even different cultures and religions, right? All of that adds layers of complications sometimes to the love relationship. And I told him, I said, you know, it's so easy to always say, you know, I'm in this for that feeling of love, right? That feeling of excitement and passion and fun and all that. But I told him it's so sad that nowadays, when sometimes the going gets a bit tough, people get going, right? It's like they don't understand that when they meet their soulmate, oftentimes that is when the real work begins. And when you're on either the, you know, I didn't talk to him about, like, you know, the details of twin flame and soulmate, because I feel like he's, you know, young for that. But in that general feeling of when you feel that connection with somebody, I told him that, you know, they do bring out all kinds of aspects of yourself, and you have to be tolerant and understanding of each other's differences. And it's so easy to bail when things get tough, right? It's so easy to just say, okay, I didn't sign up for this and I'm going to move on to someone better. And I do feel that that's where you get like things like, okay, this is just my personal opinion, but you guys can tell me if you agree with me or not. But that's where you get things like those Tinder apps and stuff, right? Because it's so easy to just kind of swipe. I've heard that, you know, for my single friends, right? Swipe right or swipe left. And it's so easy to just move on, right? And so I feel that the way that all of this discussion is connected to what's going on here is that when we are in this intense connection, it's okay that sometimes we feel very overwhelmed in our heart's energy, right? And sometimes because of that, we do have to kind of step back from the emotions of the heart. And many of us, the way we do that we cut off that emotional energy because we need to regroup, right? We need to stop with the exhaustion. We need to kind of calm ourselves down. And many of us find some sort of solace by going back to the mind, right? Like by just kind of being more practical, more logical, more trying to find this grounded energy and kind of just staying in the mind and not going too much into the heart space. And I feel like that's what's going on here. So I just want to remind you guys, this is a general reading. I forgot to say that. I always do, but I forgot in the beginning. So please do take please do take the messages. Sorry, why can't I talk today? Please do take the messages that resonate for you and your situation, because they may not all, right? Because this is general. This is for the collective. So, be gentle with yourself. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you would like to have specific guidance on your unique and special situation, that's what a personal reading is for between you and I. And if you'd like to do that, the link to that is in the box below. But getting back to this, I just feel that very much so you guys have kind of taken some sort of solace in a silent energy where you're kind of just stuck in your mind right now. You're just focusing on, what needs to be done, your to-do list. You've decided that, with this kind of deception, I feel that it's not a deception in terms of people lying or cheating or anything like that. But I feel that it is a deception in the sense that you're not right now honestly expressing your emotions to one another. You've decided to step back from that, and that's okay. Sometimes we need to do that. So this is a holding back energy. This is the energy of having something to say, but holding back from expressing your thoughts about it. And so there's definitely this issue of you guys trying to almost maintain a mystery. It's almost like you want your person to wonder about you. It's like there's some sense of like, I want to get back at them because, things have been, so not going right lately. I almost want to get back at them by being quiet. I'm just not going to say anything. I'm just going to, if I don't say anything and they don't hear from me and they don't know what I'm thinking, maybe that will make them realize, maybe that will make them curious as to what's going on. I feel like there's a buildup of suspense here that's been going on between the two of you. And I do feel that you are somehow mirroring each other in this energy. Like you are definitely trying to psych each other out a bit. You're being quiet. You're kind of off on your own. You're not talking as much, and if you are, you're not really getting in deep. You're kind of holding back. You're trying to create some sort of intrigue or suspense here, and it is definitely piquing each other's interest. But the thing is, and I think what Spirit wants you to know here, is that you really don't need to focus on getting a leg up. Because I feel like some of this energy, when we come out of our heart space and we go more into the mind's energy here, it's like I feel like it's easy to get into egoic energy, like battles of the ego and of the pride, kind of like, if he's not going to talk to me, I'm not going to talk to him either. If she's not going to say anything to me or share with me, I'm not going to say anything either, right? It's kind of like this tit for tat energy that's going on here, and it's coming through very strong. And again, these are all natural phases, so do not at all beat yourself up over it, but just be careful. I think Spirit is saying be careful here with this energy of getting a leg up, because I feel like normally this leg up energy is about getting support, wanting support. And I think that you two very much do want that. It's like both of you are disappointed. There is an energy of definite disappointment coming from some place where you both didn't feel like you were supporting each other. You didn't feel like you were getting the support that you wanted, and neither did they. And so there was some sort of a disconnect where you were looking for a certain kind of support, but you weren't getting it. And so I feel that instead of, getting to a point where you need to be more honest and actually communicate, hey, this is the way I want to be supported, right? Because some people, it's like, they don't understand that your partner can't really read your mind. You may think it's obvious, but they may not, right? So they may need you to tell them in a very direct way, these are the ways that I would feel supported. Like if you were to just sit and listen instead of giving me a solution to a problem, but if you would just listen, I would feel more supported by you listening and giving me some empathy, some compassion, versus you just listening to it and then coldly saying, well, then you need to do X, Y, and Z. You know? So I feel like you're both looking for support, emotional support. You're both looking to come out of this energy of that, like just being in your mind and kind of just like, being very, hogging your own thoughts and not really sharing, and just kind of like trying to keep this mystery, this aura of intrigue and silence going. But you're underneath that facade. You are definitely looking for a leg up. You want that connection back. You want that support back, but you want it in a way that is very satisfying to you. And I feel like you have stepped away from one another because it wasn't satisfying. There was something that was not really satisfying you with that deep sense of contentment that you were looking for. And so I feel like this leg up of wanting support has turned into a leg up of wanting to be like victorious, like wanting to win the battle, win the argument. You want to be careful of turning this into an ego battle. And that is why Spirit is saying that in your connective energy, it's going to be very important for you both to come back into integrity, okay? For you to learn the lessons of what has gone on from this stepping back and kind of being in your own silent energy. It's really important. See, you demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. So this is really important. Spirit is saying that the time is coming where it would be more beneficial to you to learn the lessons that you need to learn from whatever has been going on, and then come back into integrity, as in start being honest, open up the lines of communication again, so that you can come out of this headspace energy and go back to that heart space, open up the heart again. Wow, guys, you guys are really interesting. All right, so I'm gonna pause here so I can give you your affirmation of the day. So I decided to do something new and fun today with affirmation of the day. I decided to do prayers and to draw a card asking Spirit the question, Spirit, what would you like us to affirm today? What would be to our greatest benefit from you? And this is the beautiful card that I got called Coming into Power. I step into my power boldly and confidently. So I feel that this is a wonderful affirmation. Thank you, Spirit, for giving this to us. They want us to really put in our vibration today, stepping into our own power. How can we empower ourselves? How can we be more bold, more confident, so that we can really just feel amazing every single day and manifest all of the love, abundance, and thriving that we so want and deserve. So along with whatever comment you have about the reading, because I love hearing from you, make sure you leave me a comment. Also put this into the comment box below. I step into my power boldly and confidently. And if that's too long, you can just say, I am stepping into my power. I am so stepping into my power. However which way you love it, however which way it works for you, make sure that you write it in the box, put it in your vibration, live it today and every single day. So then, Spirit, can you please tell us, what is your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved? What are they not seeing or understanding about you and this connection? What do they really need to learn here? Where are they kind of not, getting you? Because I feel like if you're feeling that there is some sort of a disconnect going on, if you're struggling to unite, right? If you've been in some form of separation, what does your partner need to better understand about you and this connection? What do they need to see that maybe they just have not been saying so far? What does your partner need to see and understand about you? Wow. Wow, that is really clear. What does your partner need to see and understand? Wow, look at this. Freedom. Oh, wow. Wow. So let's start here. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Okay, so I feel that this really goes so well with what we've seen in the reading so far, which is that I'm feeling that very much you who is watching this reading for your love, you really want your love to understand, and what they truly do need to understand in order for this connection to, you know, manifest in a really powerful way is to understand that you need two things. This connection together needs two things. And I do believe that you guys mirror each other. So this is a question that is not just about what they need to understand about you, but I think it's what you both need to understand about each other, because I do feel that you are very deeply connected. And so there is some aspect of a mirroring energy, even though you have your own viewpoints, right? You have your own way of saying things or doing things, but there is a common energy here that's definitely kind of just permeating through here. And I feel like there are two very strong aspects of this energy that are coming through that you need to understand about them and they need to understand about you. And so the two things are, number one, the freedom to express yourself. Okay, so I'm feeling that they need to understand, and so do you, that you both are coming from a perspective of loving freedom of expression. As in, you both, in order for each of you to thrive in this connection, in order for each of you to feel a very deep contentment in this connection, you both need and want to feel free to express your thoughts and feelings without being judged or put down. Now, I know, again, it's part of human nature. Sometimes we judge. I mean, we do, you know. Sometimes we may have the best of intentions. We don't want to judge, especially when it comes to our relationships. But, you know, sometimes it's just natural and we go there without even realizing it. And then we have to backtrack. We have to fix it. That's fine. But both of you want to feel that you have each other's back. It's back to that leg up support issue, right? That you support each other to such an extent that you can feel very, very open to and free to express what is truly in your mind and in your heart. Without dire consequences, right? And I feel like that's something that you have definitely struggled with, because this is a decision and action that you both do want to take. See, Two of Wands. And so I feel that they also need to understand this about you, especially, is that you and they are both the kind of people that value good action. So it's like this beautiful combination of freedom of expression, freedom of action, really valuing people who know what they want and go for it, right? This is a quality that you both really like and you want in each other. And so when things stall, when you go into that Seven of Swords energy of being stuck and not moving forward and being mysterious and holding back and not really taking any action to move the relationship forward, then it becomes a problem. Then it becomes a struggle. And so you guys both need to make the decision as to which actions you want to take. What is the next level that you want to go to? you guys need to come out of that inaction back into action. And so your person really needs to understand that you value that, and so do they, right? So that you want to see them take better action towards this connection. You want to see them, they need to understand that you want to see them be the yin to their see them be the yin to your yang, right? That this is a partnership. This is a two-way street. There are two people involved in this giving their 100%, and you have every right to feel that you are connected and that you're putting equal amounts of energy, time, love, consideration into the sacred space. So I do feel very much that they need to understand that this connection is a sacred space for both of you. And I feel that you're in agreement on that your connection, your relationship is sacred. It is a sacred, beautiful space that you have created for yourselves, where you do want to feel freedom in the partnership, as in you are free to express yourselves as you are beautifully connected together in that yin-yang relationship, right? That you are whole in and of yourself, and you are two whole beings that are coming together, creating this beautiful sacred space and creating something beautiful and new together, because you've decided to take this action together. And so what's beautiful here is that they also need to understand that you are ready to receive, that you are ready to keep moving forward, that you don't want this connection to end. If they're afraid that maybe you don't want to be with them, or you have moved on, or you're not interested, then they need to understand that even if you may not be openly saying it because you're afraid of getting hurt or you're afraid of being disappointed, deep down in your heart and soul, you do want to move forward with them, and that you do see, and this is what's so beautiful here, that even though you guys may have these mountains in front of you, there are definitely, struggles to go through. But you know what? Nobody has a perfect relationship. There is no such thing in this world. If somebody tells you that, they are selling you something. Because there is no such thing. When you have two living, breathing human beings, there is going to be struggle. But I feel that we can honor that struggle and change our energy around it from negative to positive by acknowledging that it's there and knowing that it is there for our greatest benefit, for us to grow, for us to become better people every day, and to become better partners to the person we love, as well as the opportunity for the person you love to become a better partner to you. And so your person needs to understand, and I think you do as well, this is something that you mutually need to agree upon, that even though you have these mountains in front of you, there may be struggles along the way. There are going to be mountains to climb at every stage in life. And this really doesn't even matter how old you are. You could be young, you could be somewhat young, you could be middle-aged, you could be older. It really doesn't matter, because the mountains will always be there in one way or the other. But the more we climb them, the stronger we get. And the more you can do this together, the two of you, the stronger you will get as a couple. Right? Isn't this so lovely? So look at this. Keep going forward, ascending the mountain. And so this is something that you can definitely decide. Take the action that you are going to do this together, not separately, right? You're going to do this together as this yin-yang energy, right? How beautiful is this? I love the wholeness of this. It is just so lovely. And I love the fact that in doing so, as you're going to do this, you're creating this beautiful sacred space for this connection. And so one of the things that you also want to be aware of, like this is so amazing. I think we've gotten a lot of pages. We've gotten 3 out of 4 pages so far in this reading. And so that tells me 2 things. We already got the page of Swords. Now we're getting the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So this tells me that 2 things. Both of you are definitely students of life, as in, it doesn't again matter how old you are, your energy is youthful. Your energy is that of people who are still learning, people who are still on an adventure, which is so wonderful. And I feel like that goes in very well with this energy of ascending the mountain, right? So it's like you both are, that you have a spirit of adventure within you. You have a spirit of learning and growing, because pages are youthful, right? It's youthful energy. It's the energy of being a student of life and having that enthusiasm for life, you know, holding on to that excitement that you felt when you were young, right? The things that, you know, that you remember from your childhood that made you so happy, right? The things that you were enthusiastic about, excited about, that sometimes growing older kind of takes away some of those things, because now we have responsibilities and bills and right, some of us have kids, some of us have all, you know, all these things that we have to be responsible for. But I think Spirit is reminding you here that beneath that, both of you have a beautiful youthful spirit, and to hold on to that. You know, you guys are really great and really great at staying in that vibration of being grounded in really great earthy energy here, but also loving to take action and being out on the road and, like, you know, making things happen, but in a good way, right? Like having this adventure while still building where you are into something real. Like you both want something real. You don't want any airy fairy fantasies. You want to, like, you know, get your hands dirty together and build something solid and wonderful that is going to last you forever. And so the second part of this is also that what this tells me, because we've been getting a lot of pages in this reading, is that you too are very also wanting to communicate. Okay, so to me, these are indications of coming out, more indications of us coming out of that Seven of Swords energy of, like, kind of holding back, being mysterious, not talking, right? Because pages are also indicative of communication, open channels, right? So I feel like this is another thing that you need to understand about them. They need to understand about you. Even though you may be mysterious and quiet right now, both of you want to open the lines of communication. Isn't that amazing? I love it. So this is the thing. And look at this. This tells us that you are both on the verge of deciding to take action towards that. That is fantastic. Love that. So then, Spirit, can you please tell us, what are the future possibilities here? Where could this connection be going just in this next few days? What are the future possibilities of what is going on in, oh wow, in the energy, of this connection? Whoa, future possibilities. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, so interesting. Let's get some more here. Future possibilities just in the next few days. Spontaneity. All right, interesting. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Okay, so look at this. I do feel very much that for the two of you, this is an ongoing voyage. Okay, you're definitely on a journey, but I don't feel that this journey is coming to an end anytime soon, in the sense that you may have struggles again, like we saw with those mountains. Okay, so I feel like some of the energies that are coming through right now is part of this ascending the mountain energy, which we talked about before, right? So this is a voyage, right? So think of this as a marathon, not a sprint to the finish line. You are definitely on a journey. you're going to have to stay in a good vibration. You're going to have to let love flow through you and to you. You're going to have to open up the channels here because it will be a bit of a struggle. I do feel that things may get, and again, this is very short term, so I feel like in the next few days, things may get a bit more difficult before they get better. But that's just going to be part of ascending the mountain, for sure. Okay, this is part of what we were talking about before, because look at this. Next few days, we are still getting some heavier energies coming through. We're getting stuck. We're getting Tower moment and a Three of Swords. So look at this, guys. We are still heavy in the Swords energy. I feel like this entire reading has been Swords energy. And you know what? I don't think we've gotten one Cups card. No. I don't think we've gotten one Cups card. So, okay, so this is telling me that many of you in the collective right now are still stuck in your heads, but you are coming out of it, which is a good thing. So I'm feeling that there's a lot of closed off heart space energy coming through here. Okay, closed off heart space energy. And again, it's okay. If you are in this position, be gentle with yourself. It's all right. You don't always have to be, you know, in a place where everything is just hunky-dory. It's all right. If you've been going through a hard time, if you have felt down, if you have been feeling a lot of stress and struggle with the connection, if you've been crying, totally get it. Give yourself the time to heal. Give yourself the time to go through it, because there is definitely a heartbreak energy that is still lingering on a bit for many of you. So Three of Swords, okay? So I feel like, you know, for some of you, maybe things have gone on where you have felt a bit of a heartbreak, where you have felt really bad about either a separation or just a temporary kind of disconnect going on between you and your beloved. So I just feel that, you know, you're going to have to take your time and go through it, okay? It may just take its course, but let it, because you need that healing time, because, you know, you may feel stuck, but it's not going to be forever. Look at this Ace of Swords. I love this because this is our hope that we are definitely going to come around full circle, right? There's a new beginning around the corner for you, but it is going to require that you guys think differently, right? Because if there's a Tower moment coming, then that tells me that there's going to be a positive change, actually, because yes, you have been going through some sort of destruction in the sense that whatever struggle or disconnect you've been going through, right? And that may have led to you stepping back and kind of being in your heart space. But this Tower moment that comes along with it is a really good opportunity, guys. So don't let these cards scare you, okay? Don't let these two cards scare you. I think you need to look at them as an opportunity to heal and then start changing your energy, increasing your vibration, really working on your, you know, the way that you think of things, you know, coming through to the other side and having a new beginning, because a Tower moment is very much a light bulb moment as well. That is the moment in which we really move forward. We get to that next space, that next level of thinking and acting, because we climbed this mountain. And I do feel very much that this Three of Swords energy is you climbing this mountain for sure. But you're going to get there. You're going to get to the top. You're going to get to the other side. And that's when you're going to have this Ace of Swords. I love it so much because look, this is what is waiting for you on the other side. Isn't this so beautiful? Queen of Wands. So this tells me that you are going to triumphantly come through on the other side. You're going to start thinking much more clearly than you have been. You're going to start coming up with, you know, beautiful ideas, energies, things that you want to do, the places you want to go, how you want to experience the world, how you're going to show up in a, you know, in a different way, and, you know, perhaps be much more communicative of your exact thoughts and feelings with your beloved, right? You're going to ascend that mountain. You're going to come through the other side, and you are going to be stronger bolder, more confident than you ever have been with this Queen of Wands. What a lovely, incredible energy to get after you reach the top of that mountain. As you get over your struggles, you're going to come out bold, right? Queen of Wands, like, she is a badass, and so are you. Like, she is bold, she is confident, she knows who she is, she knows what she wants. She's not afraid to talk about it, she's not afraid to say it, come what may. She is not afraid to express herself. She takes that freedom, she takes that spontaneity, and she runs with it. Where that spontaneity. So this is lovely. Okay. So don't be surprised if you guys are mirroring each other in that sense, and you may have some sort of spontaneous interaction coming around the corner, because you have become so much stronger mentally, emotionally, in every way. And you may just spontaneously, without even having to really think about it or plan it or any of that, it may just boom, spontaneously happen, where you guys just reconnect. You guys just contact each other, and boom, there it is. The energy just starts flowing again. So, oh my gosh, today's reading was really powerful. I would love to hear what you thought of it. So please do leave me a comment. I would love to hear what you thought of this reading, because boy, the energies were coming through very strong today. So if you would like to have a private reading with me for your unique and special situation, the links to that are in the box below, as well as the link to all of these oracle decks that I've created just for you who are on this journey. Like I said before, in case you missed the announcement, all of these decks but the Divine Feminine Entrepreneur are currently sold out and will not be available until around the end of August. So if you'd really like them now, please order them from our international store. The link to that is also in the description box below. And as we end here, you'll also see 2 more readings that come up onto your screen. I know many of you are looking for more guidance, so if you feel intuitively guided to them, make sure you go and watch those as well, because they will have messages that you need to hear. So you know how much I love you, you know how much I believe in you, and I'll see you all on the next video.